Hey guys, welcome back to Key Roots, the Key Roots of Sex Addiction. My name is Collin. This past week, I've been able to get away with talking about God in the recovery process of several individuals. And how did I get away with it? Well, because we're talking about sexaholism here. Most sexaholics that come to see me, or I should say by the time they come and see me, they've really struggled. They've tried every avenue that they possibly can to get better, and they haven't been able to. So they're caught between this rock and a hard place. You see, most of them they all want to get better, and most of them don't want to talk about God. But when they've tried everything that they can think of to recover, and they haven't been able to recover, you see, that's where I get to talk about God. Now, I want you to understand that when I talk about God, I'm not necessarily talking about the Christian God, or the Muslim God, or the Buddhist God. I'm talking about the God of your own understanding. In recovery, spirituality is absolutely imperative, because as a recovering sexaholic, I know in my life, I would never have been able to recover by myself. I always needed someone or something more knowledgeable than myself. Let me tell you of a particular instance that was relative to this conversation that we're having right now. Recently, I've been struggling with my wife and my son. You see, my 11-year-old son has been full of anxiety, and he hasn't attended school for 3 weeks. Now, I've gotten anxious myself about that. I've wondered if my son would fall behind in school if he didn't attend. I felt that he needs to go to school, and the only way to get him to actually go is to force him to go, and my wife disagrees with me. You see, she wants to homeschool or be soft with him because she thinks if we force him to go, he'll be more traumatized. I figure he's already traumatized and needs to be acclimated back into school, and part of the way of doing that is to be peaceful and still force him to go so he can become acclimated again. Now, so we're in a disagreement. And in the past, and even in this particular situation, we have argued. But this week, I didn't necessarily argue with my wife, but I did call my sponsor about this situation. And my sponsor asked me a question. He said, "Collin, do you believe your higher power is going to take care of your son? Whether you force him to go or you listen to your wife and your wife brings him home, do you think God or your higher power will take care of your son?" At this level in my recovery, I calmed myself and I said, yes, I do think my higher power will take care of my son. Now, how do I know that? Because through my recovery, I have found that my higher power has taken care of me and everyone around me, despite what I've thought in the past. You see, in the past, I couldn't see how my higher power was taking care of me. I was blinded to that. But as I've grown and I've been reminded of my higher power, I know that He has helped me. After the conversation, I calmed down and I realized I had nothing to worry about. In my recovery, I have found that when I'm anxious, when I'm angry, when I am sad, I often am tempted to return to my sexual world to calm myself. And I don't need to do that anymore. I recognize that there's something greater than me out in the world that I can trust to take care of me and calm me. And that has brought me great peace and sobriety.